Hi there, my name's Liam Buchanan, and in this video we're going to go through how to set up a basic Elevenlabs voice agent with n8n so that you never miss a call again. The purpose of this is not to replace your entire setup, but to pick up the phone when your team can't. So that means out of hours or after X amount of rings, which you can set in your phone system. The systems we're going to be using, as I said, are Elevenlabs and n8n, and this will allow a very cheap service for you where you can have as much interactivity as you want. So it could just take a message, say, hello, this is my business, how can I help you? And just email that message to your team, up to advanced FAQs with call triaging in n8n, which decides which team to send to. So once you sign up for Elevenlabs, you can end up on this screen here. This is the creative platform. We're going to want to switch to the agent platform, which is where all the AI agents are built and managed. Now, if we just head down to the Agents tab, you'll see I created a sample agent earlier. All you've got to do is click New Agent, and let's just select Blank Agent. Now let's just call Sample Message Taking Agents, create agent, and everything will be set up. Now you're going to see a range of settings and lots of tabs. For a basic message taking one, all that's really relevant is this page. Here you get to choose the voice that you want to use, so you have all these realistic customer agent ones. Now, depending on the accent you want, you can look at their voice library to choose the one that you really want. And they have loads of filters for the language, the accent, the quality, etc. Now, the one I've chosen to go for is this Nathaniel.
There's a certain richness in calm,
which is just a British accent that I think sounds quite good. Now we're going to click that, and we're going to go for 11 Flash. Because this is a voice agent, we want the fastest text-to-speech possible, because obviously you don't want high latency when your customers are speaking to these agents. And we can just keep the default settings here. This is not about the speed of response, this is how quick the agent will speak. And let's just publish that to save it. And the LLM Gemini 2.5 Flash is generally very good. It's got a good mix of intelligence and being quite cheap, so I'd recommend keeping that one. Now for the first message, for this example, we're just going to say that this is Buchanan Boiler Services. That's just what we're going to call the company. And for the first message, we'll just say, welcome to Buchanan Boiler Services. How can I help you? Let's say, can I get your name, please? That's always a good one to ask. We sort of want to guide them through the flow. Now we want to get onto the system prompt. Now I've just created a quick prompt and inputted it here, and I'll just walk you through this quickly. So this is pretty simple and fairly short as prompts go, but this is really the most important part of the agent and what will determine its entire behavior. So we just start by giving it a critical rule. This is saying only answer questions using information in the knowledge base. Now I just had ChatGPT generate a fake knowledge base for this business, just talking about the services and when we're open, the service areas, etc. As you can see, services, boiler repairs, annual boiler servicing, boiler installations, etc. So aside from the knowledge base, there are just basic guardrails. So the role, they are automated answering service for Buchanan Boiler Services, handling calls when the office is closed. We give it the conversation flow, so greet caller, can I get your name please? This is covered within the first message already. Just acknowledging it, thanks, name, just so you know this call is being recorded. This is only necessary if you are a business based in the EU or the UK, such as myself, where you have to let them know that a call is being recorded. Now you don't have to let them know that it is being answered by AI yet, but generally you don't want to deny this. I don't even think that's allowed. So I've said be honest about being an AI if asked. But we've told the AI here that they're just being transparent, that they are just taking messages for the team and not trying to pretend to be a whole team member. Speaking style, so answering one question at a time, being conversational, not robotic, and using natural acknowledgements, that's all just important. And saying phone numbers. So this is great for when we're collecting the phone number to reach them on. We want to tell it to spell it out like this, because otherwise it'll speak way too quickly and it just won't be clear for the user. And then we've got information to collect. This is fairly self-explanatory. Full name, their message, address, and phone number. What to defer? Now, this is technical questions, specific pricing, availability, and diagnosis. This is just coming back to this is an answer-taking service for your business. We are not pretending to be a member of the team that can do everything for the caller. And here are just some key scenarios about how it should answer. So if they won't leave your name, we want to prompt them to leave the name, because obviously that's great for the CRM and the lead collection. Frustrated about AI, this is just letting them know that you will pass on, or the AI will pass on the message to the correct member of the team. And then the guardrails, so only answering from the knowledge base, defer gracefully when unsure. Obviously this is just repeating what we have had before. And then the ending. And we also just give it the current time so that it can give accurate callback times. And what we also need to do, which I just realized that we haven't done, is give it the caller phone number. So we'll just say the caller phone number, and for Elevenlabs, you can just do 2 opening curly brackets and it will tell you the different variables you can use. So we have system caller ID here, and that's what we're going to use. And then let's just click publish. Now, to use this, you're able to do it here by clicking preview, but for phone numbers, what you need is a Twilio account. Twilio is just the leading virtual phone number provider. Super easy to get signed up with them if you just go to their website at twilio.com, like this. And it's very self-explanatory. Elevenlabs will allow you to import these numbers. You can see I already have this test one here. And let's click on this and just assign it to our sample message taking. And now let's just give it a quick call.
Welcome to Buchanan Boiler Services. Can I get your name, please?
Hi there, yeah, my name is Liam Buchanan.
Thanks, Liam. Just so you know, this call is being recorded. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I need an emergency boiler. Mine's gone kaput and I just need it to be fixed ASAP.
Right. And where are you located, Liam?
I'm located in Mayfair.
Got it. Is the number you're calling from the best to reach you on?
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. I've marked this as urgent, so the team calls you back first thing. They're in from 8 tomorrow morning. Thanks for calling Buchanan Boiler Services. The team will be in touch soon.
Great, thanks. And that's it. You can see I had pretty quick responses and got straight to the point about collecting the messages. Now, obviously, you'll see here, it's here, conversations, and you can see the transcription, but that's not that useful for you, is it? You want your team to be notified as soon as possible, and that's where n8n comes in. n8n is a great automation service that is very cheap, and it's just the cutting edge right now for AI and workflow. It's much better than Zapier and Make, in my opinion. And I'll just show you what this workflow will look like. So I've just set up a basic webhook. Now, all this means is this will give you a URL. What you want to do is you want to copy the production URL. And we are going to go into Elevenlabs. We're going to go back to our agent. We're going to click Sample Message Taking Agent. And we're going to click Security. Come down here, Post Call Webhook. Select webhook. And we're just going to say n8n prods. Paste it in. Create. And this is just a webhook secret, but this is just for security reasons, which is not entirely necessary. Now, if we click Publish, and if we come in here and we're going to publish this workflow, next time I'll just call and quickly hang up and we will see it gets executed.
Welcome to Buchanan Boiler Services. Can I get your name, please?
Yeah, my name's Liam.
Thanks, Liam. Just so you know, this call is...
And we'll just hang up straight away and we will see very quickly the execution come through. Great, so you can see a lot of data will come through. Most of this is irrelevant for the purposes of this demonstration, but if we go to the summary, you'll see that we are referencing the caller number. So that's the number I called from. The call summary, this is generated by Elevenlabs at json.body.data. Obviously that's just nested data within the webhook, and then the call recording links. This is just a link to where we can access it in Elevenlabs. And if I open my email, you'll see new call come through from my other email and all the details. And if we click this, it'll come back in and you'll be able to actually listen to the transcription. And finally, I'll just show you how to set up a workflow in n8n to support this. So from scratch, if we just do create workflow, we'll just name it post call. Just click add a first step. We've got all these triggers here. We want to say on webhook call. Alter this to be a post request. Just click save, and then you just want to select Gmail node. Click send a message, and I already have my Gmail account connected, but all you have to do is click create new connection or connect, and it will prompt you to connect like this. And if I just close this, you enter the email you want to send it to. So in my case, this will be clearsky.co.uk. The subject, new call, and then the message. Now this will include all the data from Elevenlabs, which it sends. So I'm just going to go back to one of these previous executions and copy that across. So this was the data that came from that call earlier. Just going to copy that, and I'm going to come back and paste it in here. And click save. Now when you're altering how this message looks, we're going to say caller number. On n8n, we're going to see all this data that Elevenlabs sent to us. The headers are irrelevant. Inside the data, we've got the transcript. That's not what we want. The metadata, that's not what we want. The analysis, this is where we can get the transcription summary. So I'm going to put that beneath here. The dynamic variables, this is where we can get the caller ID of the user, which I'm going to put here. And then for the link, I'm just going to copy across how the link looks in Elevenlabs. Get rid of this conversation ID there and add in the conversation ID from data. And now this is all set up, and as we did earlier, it's just a case of copying across this webhook. Now I hope this has been useful for you to see how you can get started with Elevenlabs agents to make your business's out-of-hours calls always be answered and be much cheaper than the call center you might already be using. Any questions, just leave them in the comments, and any feedback, leave them there too. Thanks for watching. Bye.